Listen up. Tonight I welcome you not with gentle whispers, but with thunder in my voice and wildfire in my veins. You who have felt the weight of betrayal, you who have watched the shadows gather and tormentors sharpen their claws. You're about to taste a fierce truth. This moment is no comfort. This moment is a reckoning. This moment is for the warrior in you to awake. Your tormentors are officially under federal investigation. Agents and forces far greater than mere gossip and rumors now haunt their steps. Their lies, their cruelty, their manipulation, they're being pulled into the blazing light of scrutiny. And until now, you sat idly. You watched them tighten their hold. You felt their assaults, their whispers, their gaslighting. But you did not lift a finger. Feel that ache deep in your chest. Feel that cold flash of shame, regret, guilt, rage. All of it is real. You know the nights you lay awake thinking of vengeance. You know the words you rehearsed but dared not speak. You know the justice you wished for but feared to pursue. And while they plotted and harmed, you remained quiet. But tonight we strike a new chord. Tonight we shatter the silence. Tonight your tormentors discover that you are not the victim they thought you were. Tonight they learn that patience breeds power. Tonight they realize you are not immobilized by fear. You are gathering strength. Imagine them in cages of law, their names exposed, their deeds torn apart under interrogation, their defenses crumbling. Think of the moment when they will face the state, the grand inquests, the mounting evidence against them. That moment belongs to you. You who were silent, you who endured, you now become the silent force behind justice. I ask you, what held you back? Fear? Shame? The belief that your voice would fall on deaf ears? The crushing burden of doubt in your own worth? You told yourself you must endure 1,000 more wounds until the timing was perfect. You told yourself you would act when the winds turned. You told yourself the morning of vengeance was too distant. But by standing silent, you misunderstood silence's power. You did not waste time. You waited. You did not give up. You built. You collected memories, documents, witness names, alliances, resilience. You allowed your tormentors to race ahead believing themselves untouchable. You allowed their arrogance to become their downfall. Now agents, investigators, federal eyes descend into their realm. Every lie they told, every person they coerced, every backroom deal will be dissected. Every signature, appointment, deposit, email, phone call, they will hunt it down. Every weakness they exposed in others, they will now be exposed themselves. The tables are turning, and you will watch them fall. Yes, you watched as they trampled you. Yes, you watched as they mocked you behind closed doors. Yes, you watched as they extended their claws to others too. You bit your tongue. You built your strength. You guarded your heart. You tightened your mind. You learned the truth and held the proof. You stored the pain. You transformed it. Tonight your tormentors meet their reckoning, especially those who believed no eye saw them, no ear heard them. They believed control was absolute, that you were powerless. They believed in impunity. But impunity cannot survive scrutiny. Darkness cannot endure relentless light. Cruelty cannot outlast justice. You may have asked, why did I not act sooner? The answer is, you acted in silence. You readied your structure. You trusted the system to move. You waited until the moment was undeniable, until the chain of evidence could not be twisted. You gave the authorities the tools. You became the architect of their exposure from behind the veil, and they never suspected. Now you watch as their fortress cracks. Now you watch as correspondence that once terrified you becomes a weapon. Now you watch as their confidants testify, their facade will fracture, and the world will know what they did behind your back, what they whispered about you in darkness. The world will know their betrayal and their cowardice. You might feel a surge of guilt. I should have intervened. I should have prevented more pain. But guilt is only useful if it pushes you forward, not pulls you under. Today you transform guilt into resolve. Today you raise a new standard. You will not remain passive ever again. You will not allow fear to mute your roar. You will not permit lies to fester unchallenged. You'll rise in public. You'll speak. You'll insist on investigation, on accountability. You'll rally support from allies, from hearts awakened. You'll stand before crowds, before media, before courts, before watchers, and you'll demand that your tormentors answer. You will lift your finger now, not timidly, but with authority, with purpose, with iron will. This is your moment of ascension. When someone harms you or others in your sphere, you will no longer hesitate. You will move with swiftness. You will strategize. You will rally evidence. You will call on every resource. You will unleash every alliance. You will force truth to emerge. Think now of your life after this moment. You will walk differently. People will sense the shift. You will carry an energy of quiet threat. You will radiate strength. Your eyes will gleam with that knowledge. You know what power lies in patience and purpose. Your heart will no longer cringe. Your voice will no longer quiver. And others who observe, the frightened, the abused, the silenced, they will see you as proof. Proof that silence is not cowardice but an armory. That waiting is not surrender but strategy. That patience can birth justice. They will gather behind you. They will follow your path. They will feel emboldened to stand when they too have been crushed. Tonight let fear burn away. Tonight purge shame. Tonight activate your wrath, tempered by discipline. Tonight steer your guilt toward purpose. Tonight issue your challenge to the fates. Let every lie fall. Let every coward tremble. Let every hiding place be unmasked. You did not lift a finger when your tormentors reigned, but now the finger you lift is a trumpet that heralds their downfall, a trumpet that calls out their crimes, a trumpet that rallies witnesses, demands answers, forces accountability. That finger, when raised, will topple the empire of their lies. They thought you inert, they thought you broken, they thought you meek, but they forgot. Even a dormant storm holds fury enough to tear down mountains. Even a river flowing underground can flood a plain when freed. You, hidden in the shadows, are now unleashed. Feel the taste of vindication on your tongue. Smell the electric promise in your nostrils. Hear the distant echo of handcuffs, of courtroom doors slamming, of names whispered under oath. That's the warning to them. That's the signal to survivors. That's the anthem rising in your chest. This is not vengeance fueled by hate. This is justice awakened by truth. This is a warrior's yield, not collapse. This is your birthright, to stand, to demand, to reclaim. You will not let their cruelty define your legacy. You will define your destiny. Your tormentors are officially under federal investigation. That announcement is not just a headline. It is your vindication gathering force. It is your testament written in statute. It is the first crack in their fortress. It is the tremor before collapse. And you, once silent, are now the pulse behind it. Rise, stand, speak, act. Let no one tell you that deliberation is weakness, that silence is defeat. You reserved your strength. You organized your truth. You waited for the scale to tip. And now the scale begins to crack. You are no longer the wounded. You are no longer the silenced. You are the warrioress of truth. You are the catalyst You are the reckoning. Move forward. With every ounce of courage, file the petition, name the witnesses, share the evidence. Let the agents walk into the halls built by your endurance. Let cameras catch the faces of your tormentors. Let the world behold the collapse you engineered with your silent build. They believed the worst of you, that you would never act. Prove them wrong every hour. Let your life now be the loudest statement you ever make. Let your dignity blaze so bright, no shadow can touch you again. To all who have been crushed by fear, hear this. Your moment lies not in the past you couldn't touch, but in the future you now command. Your silence was never a surrender. Your delay was never a weakness. It was the seed, now flowering into the downfall of your enemies. Know this. Karma just served them an arrest warrant, and you, yes you, need not lift a finger to celebrate, because your patience is your power. Your restraint is your crown. Your victory is already unfolding. The agents, the scope, the law, it all moves now, and you watch them tremble. So rise, be heard, be seen, be felt, be the storm that changes destinies. Your tormentors will wish they never touched you. The world will exhale at their unraveling. And you, born from silence, will stand tall in the ruin of their empire. They served the darkness. You will serve justice. The battle has shifted. It's no longer about survival or holding on for a better day. It's no longer about waiting for the stars to align or hoping that one day someone would notice what they did to you. No, this is the time for transformation. This is the time for your story to be written not as a victim, but as a conqueror. Those who thought they were invincible, those who believed they could escape the consequences of their actions, are about to be dragged into the light. And you, the silent witness, you who endured, you who never retaliated it in the moment, you are now the force that has set this chain of events into motion. You didn't need to scream in fury or lash out in desperation. You didn't need to become someone you weren't to fight back. Number. You fought with strategy. You fought with patience. You fought with the quiet resilience of someone who knows that real power doesn't need to announce itself. It moves with precision and purpose. Now look at them. Those who thought they had you trapped, those who thought they could break you, they are drowning in their own lies, their own betrayals, their own darkness. And you stand as the one who brought them down. With no more than your silence and your resolve, you are the architect of their undoing. Understand this. Your silence was not weakness. It was not inaction. It was a test of your strength. Every moment you held back, every time you resisted the urge to retaliate, you were laying the groundwork for this. You were preparing for a victory far greater than any instant gratification could offer. You were waiting for the exact moment when their cruelty would collapse under its own weight. And now, as they face the relentless investigation, as they look over their shoulder, fearing the very authorities they thought would never find them, you are the one who will stand tall, knowing that you are the cause of their downfall. It's important to reflect on what this means for you. This is not just about your tormentors. It's about you. It's about the lessons you've learned, the strength you've cultivated, and the quiet power you've wielded without even realizing it. All those moments when you doubted yourself, all those times when you thought maybe you weren't strong enough. Look at how far you've come. You didn't need to fight dirty. You didn't need to compromise your integrity. You didn't need to stoop to their level. You held your ground. You remained firm. And because of that, you're standing at the precipice of a new beginning, a new chapter where your tormentors are no longer in control, where the universe has righted the wrongs and karma has come for what is rightfully theirs. You may be wondering, what if this is just a temporary victory? Let me tell you this. Victory is not measured by how long it takes for a downfall to unfold. It is measured by the truth that comes to light, by the fact that justice, slow as it may sometimes seem, is relentless. Your tormentors are going to face consequences, and this is just the beginning. Their empire is crumbling piece by piece, and you, the quiet warrior, are the reason it is happening. As you watch this process unfold, know that this is your victory as much as it is justice's. You've been patient, you've been silent, you've been strong. And now, as the system starts to unravel their lies, as the pieces fall into place, you'll know that it was your patience that made this all possible. You may have once felt powerless. You may have once wondered if you had the strength to stand up for yourself. But you've done more than that. You've stood for something far greater. You've stood for truth. You've stood for the idea that no one, no matter how high they think they are, can escape the reach of justice forever. And that, my friend, is the power you've unleashed. As your tormentors face their consequences, their eyes will be filled with regret. Regret for underestimating you. They will come to realize that while they used their power to hurt, to manipulate, to break, they never saw the storm you were quietly building. They never saw the quiet strength that was growing in you while they thought you were nothing more than a victim. And when their world crumbles, they will look around and see nothing but the fallout of their own arrogance and cruelty. But what does that mean for you moving forward? You've witnessed firsthand the power of resilience. You've seen how justice, though slow, always finds its way. You've felt what it's like to carry that silent power, to be the calm before the storm. And now you must carry that lesson into the next phase of your life. You are no longer the one waiting for someone to save you. You are the one who makes things happen. You are the one who knows how to wait, how to build, how to fight in your own way. You've learned that vengeance doesn't need to be loud or violent. It doesn't need to be immediate. Sometimes the greatest revenge is the quiet satisfaction of knowing that the system will catch up with those who think they are beyond reproach. Your tormentors thought they could hide forever. They thought they were untouchable. But now they know better, and you, the one who remained steadfast, are the reason they face the consequences they so rightly deserve. So as the investigation continues, as the agents gather evidence and uncover the truth, hold your head high. This is your victory, not because you sought vengeance, but because you allowed justice to do its work. This is the moment when your quiet strength becomes your loudest declaration. This is the moment when you finally realize just how powerful you truly are. Your tormentors may have thought they could break you, but they didn't know the strength you carried inside. They didn't know that your silence was the sharpest weapon they'd ever face. Now the world will know. The world will see that no one escapes their deeds forever. And as you watch them unravel, as their lies are exposed and their lives are shattered, you'll stand as the quiet force that made it all possible. You are the one who has stood for truth. You are the one who has brought justice to light. And in the end, you are the one who will walk away victorious. Not because of the tormentors' fall, but because you have stood firm, you have waited, and you have let karma serve the warrant. Let this be the lesson you carry with you for the rest of your life. The most powerful victories don't come from fighting fire with fire. They come from waiting for the right moment, for the right timing, and allowing truth and justice to work on their own. You were patient, you were strong, and now you're watching the result unfold. The world will know your strength. The world will know what it means to push through the darkness and emerge victorious. Your tormentors will never forget the lesson that karma just served them an arrest warrant, and you didn't need to lift a finger. The truth has unfolded, and you, the quiet architect of this justice, are witnessing the aftermath. As you stand in the shadow of their unraveling, it's essential to recognize that you've broken free from the cycle of abuse. You've broken free from the grip of fear and doubt that once held you in place. In this moment, you are not just an observer. You are not just a bystander in the narrative of your life. You are the one who shaped the outcome. You are the one who commanded the course of justice, even when you were told to stay quiet, even when the world tried to convince you that silence was weakness. They tried to silence you. They tried to make you believe that your suffering was something to be endured in isolation, that you were powerless. They built their walls around you, thinking you would never rise. They assumed that their cruelty, their manipulation, would break you down until you had nothing left. But they didn't understand who they were dealing with. You weren't just any target. You weren't just any victim. You were a force in the making. You were a storm brewing under the surface, waiting for the right moment to unleash its power. And when that moment came, you didn't need to shout. You didn't need to fight with force. You stood firm, unwavering, letting time do what it does best. Reveal the truth. Look at them now. Their world, once so secure, is crumbling before their eyes. They can no longer hide behind their lies, behind their false facades. The evidence is being brought to light, piece by piece, and they can do nothing but watch as their empire of deception collapses. Every secret they thought was buried, every whisper they thought was safe, is now exposed. They thought they were above the law, above reproach, but they were wrong. You knew they would be. You knew that the law has a way of catching up with those who think they can outrun it. Their arrogance is their downfall, and you, though you never directly sought this outcome, are the one who has made it inevitable. You've witnessed them in their moment of power, and now, as they sink deeper into their own mess, you understand what true strength looks like. It's not about vengeance. It's not about getting revenge in the heat of the moment. It's about holding steady when everyone expects you to break. It's about being the force that outlasts them all. Their world is falling apart, but you are standing tall. You are the one who endured the pain. You are the one who held back when others would have cracked. You are the one who saw through their deception, and instead of rushing into battle, you let the system and karma work on their behalf. And now, as they face their consequences, as the truth is dragged into the light, you will walk away knowing that you did not just survive, you won. You didn't have to lift a finger. You didn't have to compromise your dignity, your values, your spirit. You allowed time and justice to do what they do best, set things right. There is power in knowing that what comes around truly goes around. You don't need to scream it from the rooftops. You don't need to gloat. The satisfaction lies not in the destruction of others, but in the knowledge that your tormentors are finally facing the consequences of their actions. You are free. You've already won the battle. The chains that once bound you to their cruelty are shattered. The grip they had on your life is slipping away, and nothing they do now will change the outcome. This is your moment. Not just because you've witnessed their downfall, but because you've grown through it. You've learned that true power doesn't come from aggression. It doesn't come from revenge. It comes from the ability to endure, to outlast, to let the forces of justice work without you needing to raise a single hand. You have learned the art of patience, the power of perseverance. And it is in this that you have unlocked the secret to true strength. As you move forward, as you continue with your life, know that this experience has changed you. You are no longer the person who doubted their worth, the person who feared standing up. You are the one who learned to wield the quiet, steadfast power that comes from knowing the truth will always prevail. You now carry within you the confidence that no matter what comes next, you are stronger than ever before. You have proven to yourself and to the world that no one can break you, no one can silence you, and no one can escape what is rightfully owed to them. Your tormentors may have thought they could get away with it forever. They may have thought they could laugh at your pain, mock your suffering, and hide behind their lies. But they didn't know you. They didn't know your strength. They didn't know the power of someone who has been wronged, but chooses to rise above. They didn't know that you were gathering evidence, gathering strength, and patiently waiting for the right moment when justice would be served. And that moment has arrived. So as you watch their downfall, take a deep breath and feel the weight of this moment. This is your triumph. This is the moment when you realize that you were never powerless. You were always in control. Even when you felt like you were at your lowest, you were the one who shaped this outcome. You were the one who patiently endured. You were the one who stood strong when it seemed like the world was collapsing around you. Now you are free. You are free of the chains they tried to place on you. You are free of the fear that once held you captive. You are free to move forward, to rebuild, to grow stronger than ever before. And as you do, remember that nothing can take away the victory that is yours. No one can strip you of the power you've gained. You've earned this moment. You've earned the peace that comes from knowing that karma has worked in your favor, and you are the one who let it happen. This is your new beginning. This is the moment you step into your power, the moment you stop running from your fears and start embracing the strength within you. The tormentors who once thought they had control over your life, who thought they could make you bow to their will, have learned their lesson. They are facing the consequences they so richly deserve, and you are the one who has witnessed it all unfold. You did not need to lift a finger to see justice served. You did not need to shout, to scream, to fight. You waited, you endured, you allowed time to work. And now you stand tall, knowing that you are stronger than you ever thought possible. You are a force to be reckoned with. Your tormentors may have thought they could break you, but you've shown them what true strength really is. So go forward now. Go forward with the knowledge that no one can hold you down, no one can silence you, and no one can escape their actions. You are free and you are unstoppable. Let your tormentors' downfall be the fuel that propels you into your future, the future that you've earned with your patience, your strength, and your unwavering resolve. This is your moment, and you, my friend, are victorious.